Morning all, me here. And it's not morning at all. It's actually 11 o'clock at night and I'm extremely tired. But I thought you guys would appreciate me trying to get this video up Saturday morning, because that's a good time for me to upload while I'm at work. Black Ops Sniping. I said I wouldn't do it, but I feel like that bug in that DreamWorks film. I can't remember the name of the film, but he's like, stay away from the light. I can't stay away from the light. Ah, psst, die. And that's exactly how I feel about Black Ops Sniping. You should stay away from it. I just can't. I can't help it. Yes, I like to snipe, even though I'm super frustrated with sniping in Black Ops. But that could be on the change. I don't know. I've been putting in a lot of time, lot of hours in combat training mode, trying to get the timing down, trying to get the sniper feeling right. Because I mean, you go online and you play with the snipers. If you've not got the hang of them, you're going to get angry. You're going to get wound up, and you're just not going to have fun. So I've just been putting in immense amount of times in combat training mode, and I can heartily suggest you doing the same thing. I don't know what has changed. Maybe Treyarch have done a tweak. They've mentioned things about live updates, and apparently there's going to be another update with this next title update and stuff. But there's supposedly been little tweaks behind the scenes or something. I don't know. It does feel slightly different over the last few days, and tonight, in fact, I've started to make some headway with the sniping. So much so that I actually took it online and I began to whack some noobs proper styly. Now in this video I start off quite slowly and I die a few times, but trust me, it picks up from I think about here onwards. I'm gonna try and give you some tips that I've learned so far on Black Ops Sniping, and primarily the best ones I can tell you is how to set up your class. Most of the big name guys on YouTube that I'm sure most of you watch are telling you that the variable zoom scope. Sorry, I'm tripping over myself. I'm a bit tired, as I said. The variable zoom scope is the way to go for your inverted brackets quick scoping, which obviously you can't do anymore, but your quick sniping, as it's now being called, or snap shooting, whatever you want to call it. But they're all telling you to use that. Personally, I think that's a mistake. To understand why, you need to understand how the aim assist and the sniping now works. Basically, originally, what would happen is the aim would, if you would go from hip to adds fire, that the aim would become more accurate the further into the adds you were. So if you were to adds in, and as soon as a crosshair comes up, fire instantly, bang, that was a dead center accurate shot. Now the way they've changed it is, obviously the crosshair comes in, right up until the point the crosshair comes in, it still counts as a hip fire. It no longer changes the accuracy as the scope's coming up, and even it's still a hip fire until the wiggle finishes. It's only an accurate shot once the wiggle is finished. So the problem I was finding with the variable zoom scope was I would feel the wiggle, I would adjust the wiggle personally, because I can do, whip it across my target, and check that out, yeah bitches, whip it across my target, fire, and of course it was still counting as a hip fire, even though my crosshair was bang on the target, even though I'd taken the wiggle into consideration, sorry, adjusted for it faster than I'm supposed to be able to, killing my target, and of course it was counting as a hip fire. Now I changed over from that to the reg scope and using the extended mags, and because obviously you're further in on the zoom and you're not using like the right back one, which basically on the variable zoom scope the minimum zoom is literally no zoom at all, and that's why people are getting away with it. On the reg scope, obviously it zooms in a fair old bit. It's basically the middle on the variable. It forces you to wait until that wiggles over before you adjust, and I found that this has helped my timing immensely, and I'm seeing a big improvement in my shots. Also, the difference that I run to most of these guys that I'm seeing is my secondary perk. Now, obviously the sniper perk scout is pretty redundant. I mean, no one's really holding their breath for that long, and fast weapon switching is not really. Check that guy. That guy just gets mugged on. He really does. The fast weapon switching is pointless. The one most people is using now is steady aim for the hip firing, no scoping with the sniper rifles. I was using that, but I found the benefit from using Hardened Pro outweighs any other perk. Basically, Hardened obviously lets you penetrate stuff, so it like gives you full metal jacket, which with a sniper rifle is a big deal anyway. And then the Pro version of it reduces flinch. Now, obviously, when you're scoping in, if you get tapped, even like in the leg or something, your shot is going to go way wide, and it's not going to count. Now, with Hardened Pro, I've found that my percentage has increased a lot since I've started using that perk. So they're the two main tips that I can give you. Change up if you're using the variable to extended mags. I like to use extended mags simply because with Ghost you get basically 20 shots, and with extended mags that means you only have to reload once total. That's it. So instead of having to reload like 4 times, you only have to reload once, and that's a big benefit. Because there are obviously the reload is quite slow on the sniper rifle, and you're already dealing with a slow bolt action reload. It just helps out. Problems that I'm still coming across with snipers. Sorry, I was suppressing a yawn there. Is prone. I've discovered shooting targets that are prone is a big issue with snipers currently, and even and the worst ones are when they're prone and they're just on the ledge or something, and the model kind of points up in the air. I think what happens is the model goes in that direction, but the hitboxes don't, and the hitbox, I don't know how it works, but basically I'm having great difficulty shooting targets that are prone near a ledge, and the model kind of moves so that they look as though they're pointing up in the air, kind of thing. I'll put my crosshair bang on them and nothing will happen. So when your target's on the floor prone, if they're not within a 90-degree angle pointing at you, don't panic. Take that extra second longer with them, because as you can see, you'll see through this video, some reason I get my shot smack on but nothing happens. Oh, do take into fact in this video that I've recorded this from theatre. Now obviously when I'm with an assault rifle, the theatre mode isn't so pronounced, the lag shot, whereas with the sniper rifles obviously it may look like I'm getting shots that I'm nowhere near, but obviously I actually did land them spot on. It's just theatre mode lagging behind a little bit. So yeah, so take a little bit extra with the prone shooting when shooting prone targets. Other than that, it's really down to common sense. It's just same tips that are the same for any COD sniping game. Stop dead when you're about to take a shot before you start to scope in. Obviously, allow the wiggle to complete. Control where you have the engagements. Heavily rely on your secondary in Black Ops. Don't be afraid to resort to your secondary and then just using the sniper rifle for them odd kills. Use the map benefit, i.e. places of cover, places of height, long distances. Don't feel that you need to be aggressive with a sniper rifle. I'm finding I can get more and more aggressive as time goes on with the sniper rifle. Again, I don't know if this is due to something they're doing server side or something, but I'm just finding that I can be that little bit more aggressive, and I'm actually finding it a bit fun, to be honest. I wasn't keen on the way snipers were at launch. I think they were god awful. It could be exactly how it was at launch, and it's just me mentally getting used to it. I don't know, but I think with anything you've got to spend time with it. I think it's a little annoying, and I think what really annoyed me was the fact that I put in so much effort with the other COD games sniping, to have that completely go. And not being able to just convert that ability straight over to Black Ops. But yeah, I think that's literally all I can say, is bear with it, spend hours, I mean literally hours in combat training mode on Recruit. I've now pushed it up to like regular, is it now? And that really gives me a good warm-up. Definitely do a warm-up in combat mode before you go online. Take your time over shooting prone targets. Use Hardened Pro, Reg Scope with extended mags, and use the map as well as you can do. Kill streaks. I'm using ridiculously high ones because I just do, and I'm too lazy to change them over. Basically, they're the ones I use as an assault rifle. My advice would be to run Spy Plane, Napalm, and probably the helicopter is what I would probably run. If you're good enough to get the high kill streaks, sweet. I wouldn't run care package because, I don't know, care packages feel cheap. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I probably will be doing more sniper videos in the future if I continue on this curve and enjoy this shot. And I'll catch you next time, guys.